Welcome to another day on Earth. All of the folks that have made thousands and perhaps tens of thousands of dollars frightening the world with stupid, materialistic warnings about a rapture that didn't happen. They've been doing it for years. I've been calling them out in their comments. Every single time that some turkey who claimed to be a follower of Christ who fears God, and I could name names, but I won't, okay? Y'all know who you are. Your damn political pride, your political pride has kept you until now. And I hope that this rapture that didn't happen wakes your asses up. That you don't know anything. And you owe millions of people an apology for your participation in Satan's bullshit. Okay? As soon as you realized, woo, I can get all these MAGA people to subscribe to my channel and listen to me, because I'm talking about the Bible. I'm talking about their eternal souls. Would I lie to them? Hey, when someone says to you, would I lie to you? They're lying. That is a stupid question for an honest person to ask. Okay? I'm sorry, David Carrico. John Pounders has been trying to show you now for the last year your political idolatry. Okay? You're so proud of your votes for 40 years that you can't look back at it and say, I was an ass, I was a fool, and instead of God, I chose one side of an aisle, both sides of which are full of shit. Okay? They're all stealing from us. Okay? Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, if you've been choosing one or the other side and hating the people on the other side of the aisle, you are disobeying Jesus Christ.
Point, you're probably thinking, how in the world does this even make sense? What does it mean? What is the implications? And how is it possible? We're going to get into that into just a minute. But just hold on a second, guys, because right before his death, Charlie Kirk, okay, he went on record demanding that the government release the Epstein files. Sealed court documents from the Epstein files. He demanded that they be released. Many believe that the Epstein files will hold the key to Epstein's global influence of blackmail, his operation that he had, which, in my opinion, is a lot darker than blackmail. It's human sacrifice, it's spiritual warfare. They're summoning demons, and they're putting these demons on the people who went to his island, and all the other stuff was kind of just, it went along with that. But the main thing was murder, human sacrifice, demon summoning, spirit possession, okay? And this is what the Bible talks about. But I digress. Let's move back a little bit. So, on stage with Megyn Kelly, Charlie Kirk raised the possibility, yes, the possibility, and we've all been talking about this for a long time, that Jeffrey Epstein was in fact an asset of the Israeli government. He was an Israeli intelligence asset, a Mossad operative, maybe even an agent. And now Charlie Kirk said this with Megyn Kelly. He didn't claim it as fact, but he asked the question out loud, right? And the immediate reaction was, as you would suspect, he was blasted for saying it. The American Jewish Committee condemned him for saying that, basically saying he was anti-Semitic for even suggesting that Jeffrey Epstein was working with the government of Israel. So, I mean, they dismissed the claim. They said it was lies and it wasn't real. But anybody who can put two and two together, it makes sense why that they're so reluctant to release these files, okay? Why Trump zigzagged on it so many times, why he turned around and changed his opinion. Trump used to be all about releasing the files. Then he learned something, and now it's all a hoax. The files aren't real. Jeffrey Epstein was a hoax, according to Donald Trump now. So the fact remains this, honestly. Just before his death, Charlie made this connection between Epstein and Mossad. And then something happened, right? But was it because of that? Or was this whole thing written decades in advance? And I believe so. The same motif is running underneath Snake Eyes and the real life event, okay? We can see these things, we can see the connections, and it's really undeniable. So, how many coincidences, honestly, does it take before you start to see the pattern? 100% real. So, this proves it. All right, let's get into it. Maybe you know the film, maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. Snake Eyes. It was directed by Brian De Palma, starring Nicolas Cage, and on the surface, it's a flashy thriller. There's neon lights, there's all these crazy things happening, there's fancy editing, split screen shots. It was a cool movie at the time. Nobody thought there was anything deeper associated with it. And at the heart of this movie, it's an assassination plot that foreshadows in chilling detail the death of Charlie Kirk, like we talked about. But we're going to get into it a little bit deeper here. And folks, honestly, when you see the parallels between this movie and real life, you're not going to call this coincidence. It's impossible to be coincidence. You're going to see it for what it is. It's a pattern. It's a ritual. It's black magic that was broadcast through Hollywood from the spiritual realm. In the film, it takes place in a live event. So here we have two live events. The live event, the boxing match in the movie, and the live event, Charlie Kirk speaking in Utah. And in the movie, the middle of all of it sits a powerful man who was there, Defense Secretary Charles Kirkland. Okay? Remember that name, Kirkland, Kirk, Charlie Kirk, Charles Kirkland. It's the same thing. Okay? Now, as the fight begins, one of the boxers, Lincoln Tyler, whose name is Tyler the Executioner in the movie, here's a picture showing a scene from the movie, Tyler the Executioner, September 10th. He takes a dive in the first round. He was paid by Israel to do this, to distract the crowd so that Charles Kirkland can be accessed by the sniper and shot and killed. Basically mirroring exactly what happened to Charlie Kirk. He was shot in the neck, okay? So in the scene, it shows the Secretary of Defense, Charles Kirkland, collapsing, shot in the neck, directly in the neck, a neck wound. Kirkland, Kirk, Tyler, Tyler the Executioner, nonetheless. These details are burned into the script, okay? And these details are essential to the Charlie Kirk story. These details are matching. They match in the movie and they match in real life. What are the odds of this? Well, it can't be random. It's too much. So, back to the movie. As the plot unfolds, what do we find? The cover story is terrorism, but the truth inside the script is much darker. It's a corrupt Navy commander and a defense contractor who have set the stage for this whole event to take place. They staged it all. They staged the entire spectacle to protect an arms deal with Israel. That's right. Israel, okay? And we have Israel in the news right now. It's spelled out in the screenplay, in the dialogue, and it was written probably in sometime in the early 90s because movies usually take a few years to produce. So, script was written, it got the green light by the studio, and then the movie was filmed probably in 1996, 1997 for a 1998 release. Now, fast forward September 10th, 2025, Utah Valley University, Charlie Kirk is standing before a crowd of young people, speaking, engaging, doing what he always did, and suddenly, bang, the sniper's bullet slams into his neck. He collapsed. Tragic, heartbreaking thing. And, the rest is history. Such a terrible tragedy. People screaming everywhere, phones recording. It was pandemonium. It was chaos. And the whole thing was being live streamed to the entire world. Exactly like the movie. The fighting match, the boxing match, was being broadcast live.
Because you are not loving your neighbor unconditionally. There's no agape love in you. Okay? You're looking for that damn mailbox money. And all those people that sent you money to your Patreon, bought your t-shirt and your coffee cup. How do you feel right now? How do they feel picking up that coffee cup? Will they ever pick it up again? They wasted what little money they have in this idiot economy we live in. Okay? This golden beast that you all love so much, more than Christ, that you would treat all of these people who are as stupid as you, stupid, like the gullible people that your president recognizes them as. He doesn't care about them. He just wants their vote. And you don't care about us. You just want your mailbox money. You want your fame. Oh, all those subscriptions, all those likes, all those views. It means nothing. It just shows that Satan has successfully infiltrated all of you. As you cling to your viewership, which is caught up in political idolatry. It's how you built your channel. It's how you found other people who were also political idolaters, preying on the fears of people who are too lazy and stupid to read their Bibles themselves. People like you probably go to church, listen to a man tell you what Jesus said, and never go see if he was lying to you. Every last one of you date setters are going to hell. You are. You tell us that the Bible says don't be deceived. I've got it written on the back of my truck, that scripture from Ephesians. Let no man deceive you. And you've never looked in the mirror and asked yourself, am I a deceiver? Am I a deceiver? Do I fear my viewership going away more than I fear God? Enough to tell them the truth, that I was wrong, that our votes don't matter, that we can't vote our way into heaven, that we can't deceive people with prophecy, getting it all twisted up for profit. You feel so famous. Now you don't. Those little forums where 4 or 5 so-called experts about the rapture are all lying simultaneously, interrupting one another to be the one who can be so scary to everybody. Y'all are just like Hollywood. Go to hell. I don't want you to go to hell, but there's nothing that will make you repent. You won't do it. You are going to hell. The whole world can see you walking to hell and wanting a lot of people to hold your hand. Maybe pat you on the back. Oh, you poor thing, you were mistaken. You were mistaken. If there's going to be a revival in America before the second coming, it's going to be all of you clowns making one last video, a sincere apology to God first, and then to the rest of us. Okay? Oh my God. You're so Kenite. You took that 2017 Revelation 12 sign and turned it into a mortgage payment for yourself. Go to hell. I think about a man in this town that God sent him signals repeatedly. You drink too much. It's going to kill you. Twice. Pancreatitis from severe alcoholism, decades of severe alcoholism. I cannot even imagine the tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars that this one individual has spent on being drunk for most of his life. The Lord sends him a potentially deadly illness, a wake-up call. I remember hearing about it and going to the man and asking him how he was doing. Not needling him about his beverage life, but just concerned about his health. And then as now, I felt like I was talking to someone who felt they were immortal, superhuman, empowered in some way to live a life that is absolutely suicidal. It's a slow game, but it's suicide. And God wasn't listened to. And then God sent the same illness back. Again. This is the husband of someone who is in the medical profession. Okay? Here's some more pancreatitis. It's going to knock you down. Can you let go of the pride that fuels your thirst and desire to be the center of attention all the time, every night? Nope. Nope. So when I say go to hell, it's not a suggestion. It's an observation. That's where you're going. That's where it seems you really want to go. And every sign that the good Lord of the Bible sends your way, you scoff at. Just like the Burgermeister that I spoke to at this local pagan event that happened last weekend. Haven't seen you out that much lately. Yeah, well, that's because 3 years ago I stopped drinking myself to sleep every night. Why'd you do that? This is the Burgermeister, someone that was elected. The rosacea has reached behind his ears at this point. His whole head looks like a tomato. What'd you doing that for? I said because I was afraid I was going to die, that it would kill me, and that I'd go to hell. Well, I don't know about that. Okay, now this is someone that performs church every Sunday morning in front of other people. This is how people get elected in America. So I reminded him, well, there's a book that has a lot to say on the subject. You might want to check it out. Have a nice day. Nobody's bulletproof. And some people seem to be destined for a bullet. And I love how when Satan fell and became the prince of this planet, to do what he would with it, what he could with it, that part of that judgment was, you must always tell them what you are about to do. You must warn. You must leave a record of your evil plan. And I have just the city full of movie studios to do that with. All y'all that are going to hell, hiding one hand in your coat, covering up one eye with your hand, peeking through your little thumb and forefinger circle, drinking your monster drinks with those 3 nails on the can, the 3 nails that were pounded through the hands and ankles of Jesus Christ. You drinking those monster drinks, Christians? You like them? You like those 5-hour energy drinks? It's all pharmakia, turkey. Every single bit of it. So if you're going to hell, I wish you'd turn around. I wish you'd see something in the mirror other than your own smiling face. Your own hot little body. 65-year-old women that are still trying to be the pretty one, as though they're still in high school. I've been talking to some old high school buddies of mine because in about 2 years, my 50th high school reunion's coming along, and I have no desire to go. It would be heartbreaking to see so many people who are still acting like high school 50 years later. The same vanities, the same ways of conquering other people with your body. your words, your snaky smile, your empty compliments. You've spent your whole life walking around with blinders on. You keep crashing into things and breaking your face. You readjust the blinder and walk in a different direction, hoping you don't run into something again, and you always do. You always do. You simply cannot humble yourself to anything. And still you go to church every Sunday. Sometimes you go to a Bible study class and watch some idiot on a video tell you what he'd like you to think the word says. It's all in Ephesians, people. Trust the words of no man without being a Berean, cracking open that dusty Bible. Don't use your telephone. Use the book. Learn how to read again. And I assure you, that Bible will become a mirror that you fear looking into as soon as you believe what it says, because it's talking about you. It's talking about now. And it has been talking about the season we're in for thousands of years. And this stupid, idiot, polluted human race just wants another beer.
Did you really do it when you said you did? Did you really take the narrow road? Did you make up your mind to make up your mind? Or to blazes is your soul still sold? Do you think you can do it when no one's looking? Have you started slicing when you couldn't be hooking? You won't hide the truth behind that poker face. Something to ponder when you're singing grace. Did you really do it when you said you did? Did you really take the narrow road? Did you make up your mind to make up your mind? Or to blazes is your soul still sold? Did you really mean it when you cast that vote? Are you so numb that you can't feel the hands around your throat?